All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Saints of the Most High Yah. This is Pastor, Shepherd, Pastor, Gift to the Body, Rufus, coming to you from the servants of Yah. Hallelujah. So some of you can see from the title and by the way this intro went, what this video is going to be about. Now, I'm not even going to spend a lot of time on this video. I'm getting communication of what's a real shepherd, what's a real pastor, what's it look like, what are they supposed to be doing. The book is very, very clear. I think what the problem is, most of y'all can go read Jeremiah 3:15. You can do all that and see the different things that pastors, shepherds in the Bible, what they actually did, right? I think what the problem is that we have all been privy and programmed by a religious system that we've actually been commanded to come out of her, right? But that religious system has presented and pushed a certain level of what a pastor is supposed to be. It tells you that a pastor is supposed to have a flock of people that follow him or her, well, him actually, I should say, follow him. The religious system will say her too, but follow him, and he preaches to them anything of a spiritual nature that they may have. They're supposed to run it through their pastor. He is their sole spiritual authority in their life. And they're also supposed to give their tithes and offerings to him. And he shouldn't have to go out and work. His main work is going and preaching to the people, teaching the people spiritual things, being there for their bar mitzvahs, being there for their baby showers, being there for their baptisms, all this kind of stuff. Now, here's what the major problem is. I challenge any of you to go into the Bible and actually show me where a pastor had those levels of responsibility, where they were charged to put up a storefront, put up some kind of building, some kind of place where the people can come, have the people come to them, have the people give their money and tithes and offerings to them, and then have the people solely put their spiritual confidence in these pastors and follow every single thing that these pastors tell them to do. If you read simple text like Jeremiah 3:15, it says, Yah says, I will give you pastors. Now, we know all good gifts and perfect things come from above. It's spoken of in the New Testament how a pastor or teacher is a gift to the body of Christ, right? For the edification of the saints, for the perfecting of the saints. Not to hoard over them, not to lord over them, not to control or dictate them, not to tell them and force them to do whatever it is they feel you should do spiritually, or you're going to go to hell. You're going to go back to the beggar elements of this world. You're going to be a vagabond. You're going to be all these things that the book don't say that you're going to be. The Most High said, I will give you pastors after my heart. Well, what is the heart of the Most High Yah? When you go and I want something tangible, not someone's thoughts. Give us something tangible, Pastor Rufus, Shepherd Rufus. Okay. When it comes to marriage or covenants or entering into it, we're not men charged and commanded to love their wives like Christ loved the assembly. All right. I didn't see Christ dictate the assembly. I didn't see Christ lord over the assembly. I didn't see Christ speak the assembly into hell. Now, Sadducees, Pharisees, scribes, the wicked, evil people that were a part of this very system that I was just talking about earlier, this religious system that we've been commanded to come out of, I saw him tell them exactly who they were. They were a brood of vipers. They were snakes. Who warned them of the impending hell that was coming in their lives? Who warned them, right? What do you think you're doing, you religious relic, trying to get out of what has been ordained for you, right? I didn't see him treat the body that way. I didn't see him treat the bride that way. So when you want to see what the love or the heart of the Most High was, go look and see what the Messiah did and how he totally served the people. Nobody paid the Messiah's way. Nobody was bringing tithes and offerings to the Messiah, being commanded. Look, you got to bring your tithes and offerings. It's obvious that people gave because they had a money bag, right? They had a money bag for their travels, for their food and things of that magnitude. But when it came time for the people to eat, the Messiah didn't say, let the people go out and work and earn money, right? And bring it to me so I can feed them. He said, no, the people got hungry, we feed them. Well, we only got such and such and such and such. Okay, let's take that and feed them. Where's your faith? See, the Messiah didn't put the burden on the people. Now you can go back to Jeremiah. The Most High said, I will give you pastors after my heart who will feed you with knowledge and with understanding. So now what you got is this religious system that feels like because they can preach to you their false doctrines every Shabbat, every first day, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever days of the week they teach it to you, that now they're supposed to live off of you. You're supposed to give them all of your wealth, all of your riches, all of your resources, all of your skills, and let them utilize it for their benefit. This is why they can live in like 13,000 square foot mansions and stuff like that, y'all. This is why they can drive around in the nicest, newest luxury vehicles and take, $20,000 luxury vacations out of the country multiple times, not once, not twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year, because they believe they've earned that because they preach to you. They teach you. That sounds like the gospel for hire to me. When I listen to what Jeremiah said about what a pastor's supposed to be, and when I look at the sentiments of that book, that is the ultimate servant who is not looking to be taken care of. See, Paul made that very, very clear. He said, I put no burden on you. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. No burden. I've actually taken offerings from others to give to you. Literally, I've had to steal from others to give to you, and you don't appreciate it. But what these pastors will do here today is because they preach to you, because they teach to you, they feel that they're worthy to receive all of your financial gains, all of your talents, all of your gifts. Now, who gives gifts to the body? Is it Yah or is it man? Because you'll get a man that will do a religious ceremony and do what we call ordain someone, and then they will want to take the credit from the Father and say, well, I gave you the gift of being a pastor. I gave you the gift of being a teacher. I gave you the gift of being an apostle. These things that are clearly spelled out as gifts from the Most High. He is the one. Sometimes it takes man a while to recognize what the gifts are in other men. Sometimes it do. It doesn't mean that that man that's a gift hasn't already been operating and functioning in that gift for a long time, right? Just because it took men 10 or 15 years to realize who they were dealing with, that don't mean that the Most High didn't already place that gift in your life and he hadn't been a gift for you already, right? Well, people say, well, hey, if you're a shepherd, you got to have a flock. You got to have people following you. I agree. People should authenticate the gift that Yah has put in you. But just because people authenticate that doesn't mean that as a good shepherd, a good pastor, that you would put that information out there for the wolves to try to devour. See, what real true shepherd is going to expose to the wolves what he's doing with the sheep. If you have escape routes for the sheep, if you have daily desires and plans and guidelines that you want the sheep to go by and instructions that you're giving the sheep so they can be edified, why would you tell the wolf what those are so the wolf can come in or the fox can come in and try to mess up all those plans? See, a real good shepherd, he's not going to tell the wolf what the hell he doing. He's not going to be dumb and get out here on YouTube and show the wolf every single thing that they got going on. See, when you do that, you're trying to impress and bring in more really wolves in sheep's clothing is what you're trying to bring in. You're trying to bring in more people to manipulate and control and dictate and dominate them, because you have built this religious structure that requires the work of others and the financing of others. A real shepherd don't live like that. The real shepherd don't need a dime from the saints. He doesn't. He doesn't. He's going to get the job done. He's going to still serve the saints. He's still going to feed the saints with knowledge and understanding. That's a shepherd's job. It is not to dictate the saints. It's not to lord over the saints. It's not to place himself in a position where he is ranked higher than the saints, because I'm not. I'm just your brother. I'm going to get the same reward you get if you make it to the kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? That is the responsibility of a true shepherd. When you have counsel needs, instead of saying, well, where are my friends and where are the people for me? You take care of those people and you meet their needs, because you know they're hurting. When people need provision, places to go, things in their lives, you take care of it. That's what a shepherd does. When they need deliverance, when they need counseling, when they need understanding, that's what you do. But you don't do it for filthy lucre's sake. You don't do it being motivated by, what are you going to give me if I give you this? See, a real shepherd, he don't look for nothing back from the sheep. Nothing. So if the sheep produce a little meat or can give them, some wool or something of that magnitude that can benefit them, that's cool. But the real shepherd, they're not looking for the sheep to finance them, a mansion or a big old home or a bunch of land, or their lifestyle, their lavish luxury lifestyle where they're trying to out here and live like the entertainers and trying to live like the sports athletes live in the world. See, that's carnal. That's carnal as all get out. See, a real shepherd, if he is faced with taking $20,000 and spending it on himself or taking care of the needs of the saints, he's going to take care of the needs of the saints. He's going to think and say, hey, why would I go on this luxury vacation or buy this luxury car when I got saints that don't have running water? I got saints that are homeless and living in their cars. I got saints that have been separated from their families and they got nowhere to go. I got saints that need major deliverance. They need to be put up and they have nowhere to go, and they could be homeless here. That's what a real shepherd would think. Like, no, I'm not going to spend that on me when the Most High has provided this so I can take care of them. See, that's what is there. The money is there to provide for the people. The provisions come in to provide for the sheep, not to provide for me. He gave me hands, right? He gave me hands at work. Right? He gave me hands, and he said, I'll bless you by the labor of your hands. Now, some will look at blessings and say, well, that ain't no blessing. I need a better. That's why they will manipulate you. But real shepherds, all they care about is the sheep. All they care about is making sure the wolves don't come, the foxes don't come, the other wild animals don't come and devour the sheep. And guess what? There's no pay and compensation involved in that. There's no financial or there's no financial expectation that comes from that, from a real shepherd. Because here's the thing, go in the Bible and show it to me. Go in the Bible and show me a pastor that lived off the contributions of the sheep. Go show it to me. And again, I'll say this in closing. What real true shepherd will go out here and share information with the wolves and the foxes of this world about the sheep that he's shepherding? Why would he go out and tell the wolves what he's doing and show them what he's doing? Don't that sound stupid? Does that sound like a shepherd that actually cares about you and actually wants to protect you? No. Let the wolves wander. Let them try to figure it out. And while you bait them into traps, because they're trying to come after Yah's sheep. Because see, you understand, as a real shepherd, the sheep don't even belong to you. You watching them for the true shepherd.